pointed to the Epstein files. When the judge rejected the Trump Justice Department request to release the grand jury transcripts in the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein, the judge made it clear that the grand jury transcripts do not include any witnesses other than an FBI agent who summarized the information that they had obtained from witnesses and documents in their investigation of the case. That was enough to get an indictment of Jeffrey Epstein. Today, in his decision, Judge Richard Berman wrote, "A significant and compelling reason to reject the government's position in this litigation is that the government has already undertaken a comprehensive investigation into the Epstein case and, not surprisingly, has assembled a trove of Epstein documents, interviews, and exhibits, and the government committed that it would share its Epstein investigation materials with the public. The government's 100,000 pages of Epstein files and materials dwarf the 70-odd pages of Epstein grand jury materials. The government is the logical party to make comprehensive disclosure to the public of the Epstein files. By comparison, the grand jury motion appears to be a diversion from the breadth and scope of the Epstein files in the government's possession. And so there is a federal judge saying in writing today that the legal maneuver that Donald Trump personally announced on social media of asking for the release of the grand jury testimony was nothing but, in the judge's words, a diversion from the breadth and scope of the Epstein files. That's what we said it was on this program the night Donald Trump said that they should release the grand jury transcripts. We said that was just a Trump diversion when Donald Trump announced it. The judge wrote, in February 2025, the government, as noted, was prepared to release their Epstein files to the public. But then, on July 6, 2025, the government announced it would not make the files available to the public. The information contained in the Epstein grand jury transcripts pales in comparison to the Epstein investigation information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. The Justice Department made no effort to even consult with Jeffrey Epstein's victims before requesting the release of the grand jury transcripts, and it is required by law that they consult with those victims. The judge wrote, there is another compelling reason not to unseal the Epstein grand jury materials at this time, namely possible threats to victims' safety and privacy.